All right, man, we back. One Pride Nation in the building. Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And one of them dudes at NFL.com basically said Matt Patricia is on a danger hot seat. You know what I'm saying? He dangerous. He dangerous. My Shine voice. Say he in danger of losing his job. There's only 3 other coaches that is, more in the hot seat than Matt Patricia. That's Doug Marrone, Jacksonville Jaguar coach. Well, basically, should have been Tom Coughlin, the GM over there, for giving Blake Bortles all that money. Also, Pat Shermer from Devon Childs, and was at Dearborn Heights. Used to play them back in the Catholic School League years ago in basketball. And was one more. Was Jacksonville. It was New York. It was another coach that was on the hot seat as well. Can't pretty much remember who it was, but it was them 2 for sure. And there was one more, but basically saying that Matt Patricia seat is burning hot since taking over from Jim Caldwell being 9-7 and having a 3-game drop off. And I would agree. And it was, and I wouldn't have been mad if they would have fired Matt Patricia after last season. But the one thing that gave me confidence about Matt Patricia was the way that he made that adjustment mid-season and defense kept getting better. Now, he ain't no defensive coordinator, and I felt that they should give him another chance because they forced him to take Jim Bob Cooter on. I don't care what nobody said. They like Jim Bob Cooter. You know what I'm saying? It was a buddy-buddy relationship. He was forced to take him on. And I said before, when they signed Matt Patricia, he needed to get an offensive coordinator. And that held him back. So you know what? I'm going to give him a fresh slate, to be honest. You know what? It wasn't. I felt that they forced him to keep Jim Bob Cooter. And that's just my opinion on it. I think they like Jim Bob Cooter, buddy-buddy. So from that aspect, I can see why on the outside looking in, Jim Caldwell, I believe, had a winning record. You know what I'm saying? He had a winning record. So I can see why he on the hot seat, but just looking at the team, I understand you got them certain amount of Lions fans that just swear up and down Jim Caldwell did no wrong. We just tend to forget some of the ups and downs, but you can't argue with the results. Patricia took the team backwards. But at the end of the day, the hockey on Jim Caldwell, he should have saved his own ass. He should have started taking over the play calls and calling the plays. Now, I know that's extra work, and it may shock some people, but the head coach job is more than being a defensive offensive coordinator. It's more about managing meetings, managing scheduling bus trips, and managing personalities, and then game management. So it's a shout out to all the head coaches that call plays. Either side of the ball, that shit is damn near impossible. You better have basically a head coach and waiting on the opposite side of the ball. But I wouldn't say his spot is hot as it is. Just given from my point of view, just knowing what that he was forced to keep Jim Bob Cooter. I felt that the Lions should have got an offensive head coach. Usually, you got an offensive head coach, you go defense. So I understood that. But I don't think his job should be in dire need, just given the circumstances of being forced to keep Jim Bob Cooter. I think this is his first real year. He had to implement a system, and I'm willing to give him a try because I've seen promise. Week by week, it may not have seemed like it. That defense got better. When they got Harrison, that defense got a tremendous, it jumped a tremendous amount. So... And I think Darrell Bevell is going to be the remedy offensively. If he not, don't care how good that defense is. Denver Broncos, I was watching ESPN this morning. I woke up early. I usually don't get up that early no more, but I was watching ESPN. They got projected the number 2 defense, but they got the worst fucking offense projected. And I don't know projections or selections, but, the Lions just need to be a ball control offense. And Patricia defense need to do what it need to do. And everybody kind of overreacting due to preseason. Obviously, after last year, I don't blame y'all. I took the patient approach. But, I'm just looking at the defensive line this year. The guys that's going to come in that's going to be healthy. Them DBs ain't got to cover that long. They shouldn't have to. The linebackers will be clean. So I expect it to be a lot better once you get what you got 3 or 4 potential all-pro talents in the front line. Flowers, Daniels, Harrison, and Deshaun Hand when he come back. Come on. Quarterback's not going to have all day, B. And my Cameron voice from paying them for. They going to have all day, B. You know, but I don't think Patricia's job is that in stake. Obviously, he cool with Bob Quinn. And I don't believe Martha Ford is going to pull the trigger that quick. They got a couple more years on their contract. She came out the other day and said she wanted to win a Super Bowl before it's all said and done. She came out and said that. And if she really about that life, then if it don't work out next year, or if it go 6-10 again or less, my number is 8-8. But, you know, we'll see how cutthroat she really is. And usually the women, when you look at just the history of just the underworld and the hood world, like Griselda, Bronco, and a few other. Usually the females are way more cutthroat than the men are. And when Martha was on that scooter or whatever she was on, that little golf court firing, they were saying reportedly she was pointing and firing people. Maybe she will do it. And my OJ the Juice voice, do it. But really, I'm giving Patricia a clean slate just based off the Jim Bob Cooter thing, based off the Rams game is when I knew that, you know, that he was a solid defensive mind, I ain't gonna say a good defensive mind, because he laid out that game plan with that defense, and he really put the brakes on Los Angeles Rams. He laid the blueprint on how to beat them, and along with Todd Gurley getting injured, but that's when Gurley was still fairly healthy. He was really healthy then, and Patricia laid out a blueprint how to beat them, and that was gold. And even Bill Belichick said, yeah, we had to follow that blueprint. All the other teams followed that blueprint. And it didn't hurt that Todd Gurley got hurt down the stretch of the season. But he showed me right there, man. I was like, hey, man, he got a little bit something there. I said, you know what? That game plan he put through, they played discipline, they played sound football, and they knew exactly what Sean McVay wanted to do. I said, if he can lay a game plan out like that, from week to week, the Lions going to be okay. Pascaloni ain't the defensive coordinator, no way. He's just the figurehead. He's just making sure his homeboy get a check. Matt Patricia is the one that's laying that game plan. He really liked the defensive coordinator, really, you know. But that's when I kind of knew. That's kind of gave me some confidence in Patricia, a lot of confidence. And then week by week, you know, they started to buy in. Do I agree with everything they be doing? Absolutely not. My number one thing going off season was like they got rid of Terrell Austin. I was a big Terrell Austin fan. I like this defense, but you know what? I understood it. But my whole thing was, why did Jim Bob Cooter get to stay? And I believe he made an interview for the head coaching job. I just never got that. You can just look at Jim Bob Cooter and knew he didn't know how to install game plans week to week or shit in the offseason. He didn't even know how to run the ball. With power, with finesse, you know, the zone running scheme, it didn't really matter. He didn't know. He was ignorant, and they knew he was ignorant. But they just liked him as a person. You can't run a championship organization as a mom and pop shop because we like you. You see what's happening with the Lakers. Can't do that. You know, and then hopefully the Lions wake up and do it. But I wouldn't say his seat is as hot as they making it seem, in my opinion. I don't think so. And I know a lot of people probably disagree with me, but I'm just looking at it from an aspect of them. They made him keep Jim Bob Cooter. I think that bought him another year. Now, if he goes some shit like 6-10 again, or 7-9, okay then. But if Stafford get hurt, I believe that's on the organization. I can't put that on Matt Patricia. That's on the dude that make the organization play. And if they season go down the drain because Stafford really hurt or injured or missed a ton of games, that ain't on him. I don't care what nobody said. That's on Bob Quinn. And it may not be on Bob Quinn. Maybe Bob Quinn tried to pull a trigger on the quarterback and Martha was like, nah. Or Wild Woods was like, nah, we don't want to put that pressure on Stafford. Stafford, our guy. I think, and they kept Stafford because they like him. He a good company. I don't want to say company guy and give him that, but they like him. He a nice guy. They like his wife, and they have an emotional attachment. When you dealing with business, the emotions and emotional attachments the last thing. You know, dollars make sense, but you know, but at the end of the day, it can't be emotional. It has to be business. You got once you mix emotions with money and business, it never work out. And it won't work out for, you know, the Lions doing it that way. But I don't think the seat that hot. I linked the article in the description. Can't remember who that third coach was, man. But it's in the article. Appreciate it. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email, and keep sharing the videos, man. And I'm gonna keep just putting them down, being the best active channel, trying to improve the content as much as I can. Let me know if y'all want some different type of content and videos. I'll get on the news videos too more, man. So I'm gonna hop on some Detroit news videos, and hopefully y'all keep supporting and sharing the videos, and I'm gonna keep putting it down the best way I know how. Motor C Sports Talk, we going.